Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be taking on Chapter 3 Quest 1, which is the Master Mode Angela in the King Groots Loot monthly event. So I'm really excited for this. We're on Master difficulty, and yes, we're going to be continuing the theme of trying to do it initially only using 3-star champions. So the team we've got today is pretty buff. We've got Dr. Voodoo, Mordo, Archangel, Gwenpool, and also Hood. So yeah, we have a fairly stacked team of Mystic characters. I think especially when it comes to Angela herself, I think like either one of those champions, either one of the Mystic champions, they're all going to be amazing. But Gwenpool and Archangel, they will work as well. I think Archangel seems to be a little bit of an MVP for this month's event quest, especially when it comes to the previous chapter as well for his heal block. Even at a 3-star, he's really awesome. So first up we have Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. So we're going to use Hood for this fight because I think he's probably going to be the best option to get this fight done quickly. I think we want to save our Voodoo up for Angela, because that'll be the fight where I think he'll be able to shine the most, because we should be able to convert a lot of her stuff into poison, and as far as I'm aware, Angela does not have a poison immunity ability, so I think that should turn out pretty well, but we're going to have to see. Right, let's see if we can make the special 2 there. Right, not too bad. Let's use Return Fire with our special 2. And we had a little bit of a spike there for a second, but it wasn't too bad. It was only why Kamala was charging, so didn't affect us too much. Right, 40 hits so far. Damn, this Kamala Khan, she can definitely take a beating. Right, let's fire off another special 2 there. Not too bad. Let's avoid that big Fist of Doom. Going for another medium combo. I think the miss from invisibility there mucked up a couple of our parries, but luckily we didn't have a miss and then a direct hit after, so didn't take any damage. So not too bad. Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, and from what I've scouted, I think the best route to kind of do this map for beginners and first-time players seems to be this one, where you've got 4, you've got Beast, you've got Gambit, Storm, and Guillotine, then you have Archangel and Angela. I think it's the easiest route, just from what I've seen, in terms of like the least amount of champions possible, and also the difficulty. I don't think anybody's too much of a pain, to be honest. Gambit maybe with a special 1, but aside from that, it shouldn't be too bad, so hopefully we get it done fairly easily. Right, so we got 4. Let's vary this up a little bit. I think for 4, because he's a cosmic, he's not poison immune. Let's also go for Dr. Voodoo. I think he'll be quite good for that. I'm not too sure after this update. I think on damage he still occasionally gets Fury, so we can potentially convert that into poison. Right, let's use a special 1 on a even combo. Right, going to use another special 1 just because Mystic Dispersion's stacking me quite high in terms of the power there. I want to stay kind of around the special 1 level. I think that's probably the best place to be at. Not getting too lucky with the lowers, unfortunately. Okay, we got 1, which is pretty good. A few more would be sweet if we could manage those, though. Alright, we'll just go ahead and bait the special 2 then. Use that. That should be 4 snacks of poison. Then we got a special 2 to deal with. Dexterity back at the right time. And let's fire that off. That should give us the power drain, and we should be able to finish up this fight quite nicely. Right, so 4's down. Not too bad at all. So next up we have Beast, then we have Storm, then we have Gambit. We got 3 mutant characters in a row. Thinking about it, actually, I'm not really too sure for this path why I brought Gwenpool, because she does have the class disadvantage in every fight. Like, on reflection, mistakes, they might have been made for this, like, but we'll go ahead and use Archangel anyway. So I want to try the strategy where we use the heavy attack to get a couple of stacks of bleed, and then we convert those again pretty quickly. Oh, I thought the heavy attack had a guaranteed conversion or something like that. Maybe I was a little bit off on that one. I need to read up on Archangel's abilities and get a little bit better. Right, so we got Beast Special 2, which is like the spinning thing. Damn, this Beast is really aggressive. Okay, we got an opportunity to stun there with the Neurotoxin. And let's go in with the Special 2 now. So we got one neurotoxin. I guess it really doesn't matter, because provided we don't get hit, the beast isn't going to regen. Oh, 3 stacks of neurotoxin. That's pretty decent. We want to get those bleeds off, because with beast's resistance to bleed effects, it just doesn't really do much. Oh, there we go. Good opportunity there. See if we can bait before he gets stunned again. He's going to get stunned very soon. Ah, unfortunately, we lost all our stacks of bleed there. Alright, let's go ahead, fire off the special one again. I think that should be like 2 neurotoxins coming up. Maybe even more. There we go, that's 3 of them. Sweet, we should be in Assassin Zone, and that's him down. That wasn't too bad. We could have baited a little bit more aggressively there. It's a little bit tricky, though. Arcane Joy only lost about 20%, which for a beast of that much beef, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Right, so we have Gambit up next. I think Gambit has some sort of bleed resistance as well. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's only... I think it's only while he is above 80% health. Yeah, it has 22% bleed resistance. I think we'll go with Archangel again. Like, still seems like the best option. I want to make sure I save a lot of the cosmic characters for Angela, just in case she's a little bit tricky. I know she has that regen. And with Strike Back... We might get wrecked 1 or 2 times, but hopefully no more than that. Damn, the Gambit seems to have taken quite a bit off me already. Okay, we managed to evade that, so that wasn't too bad. Angel is just such a huge character. But he's so cool in terms of his animations and abilities. He's definitely an MVP for this month's event. Especially for the predecessing chapter. So good for Deadpool. Alright, let's fire that off. Is that going to give us another neurotoxin? Alright, we got the special 2 to bait here. Ah, no! That's pretty bad. I swiped back just a moment too soon there. You just have to let it be for a few seconds, and we were a little bit too keen there. So I'm going to go ahead and use Hood for this one. I think he starts off with his flak jacket, actually. And it takes like 20% to remove it, so... It's going to be taking a little bit less damage at the start, but shouldn't matter too much. Damn. Special one's a little bit tricky. There we go, we managed to get it that time. Right, we got the parry off. If we chain onto the special 2, that should hopefully bring him to his special 2. And we've got it this time. Yeah, perfect. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and use that. Is that going to be enough? Unfortunately not, but we're very, very close now in the assassin's range, so we get a ton more damage. Right, let's fire that off. We got the stun on as well. Should carry over the fight with a 5 combo. Boosh. Right, so Hood MVP there. He did quite a bit of work. I think we took a few too many block hits there. Really chipped down our health a little bit. Right, so for the next fight, I think we're going to go back to Dr. Voodoo. And then I'm going to start off Angela, maybe using Mordo. Then that's the best option. And then for the next fight, Guillotine, I think we'll chuck in Gwenpool. Might as well get a little bit of use out of her. I guess we could use her on Angela as well. There wouldn't be any reason why we couldn't. Maybe that power lock of hers actually might come in useful. Okay, we got 5 stacks of poison. That's going to be pretty decent. Oh, no. Right, we got hit a little bit there. I was trying to bait the special too, but she just managed to clip me and get a couple of hits in. Alright, let's fire this off. I just can't time the parry. We got an intercept though, so that'll cover it for a bit. I'm so used to doing 4 combos to try and stay in the even for the poison. Right, we got a few stacks there. try and finish this. Right, that should do it. Ah, it's a little bit tough, man. These enemies are really, really stacked in the final couple of chapters. So we did take quite a bit of block damage there, but none of our champions, well, apart from Archangel, have died yet. Only one of our champions. Let me rephrase that. Only one has died. So we ain't doing too bad. We ain't doing too bad. Right, let's go on to the guillotine here. Hopefully, providing we can just continually bait some special 1s and special 2s, shouldn't be too much of a pain. Damn, that was a big block swing there. It took about 10%. Oh, perfect timing on the stun there. That one's a little bit too risky there. Didn't want to go for that. Right, so we're going to try and get to the special 3, get the armor break. Oh, no, that was so bad. Oh, man. One little slip up on the special 1 there. I can't believe that. Right, we're going to get the special 3 off, but then we're going to die of bleed, because I saw it was doing like 300 per tick. Mistakes were made, ladies and gentlemen. Mistakes were made. Oh, that was such like a stupid little slip up as well. Damn, that feels pretty bad, man. Okay, let's finish this off with... Let's have a little bit more Mordo gameplay. Why not? Let's go for that. And then I think we'll chuck a few hood potions. A few potions in the hood and use him for Archangel. Because then we should be able to... Providing we get a good uptime on invisibility with the special 2s, be able to counter a lot of these special 1 range projectiles automatically. But we'll give that a go when we get to Archangel. Okay. Hopefully we get the regen from this one. That'd be pretty sweet. Ah, the special 3 is so weak on Mordo. But now we have a lot more fury damage. Oh, we're hitting like a truck now. This is pretty great. And, oh no, the fury damage just left as we got to the special 2. Damn, 500 blocked it. That's pretty absurd. Right, let's fire that off. Oh, the luckiest stun. Let's fire it off again. Right, so that's guillotine down. We just have Archangel and then Angela to go. It's been a little bit messy this chapter so far, to say the least. But you know, it is the second to last one, so I guess there's a little bit of room for that, especially with 3 stars. Let's go for a few of these fairly cheap health potions here. See what we can do. So we got Archangel. Anything special? Nah, it's just the global node. Right. Archangel. I'm still not super great at fighting him, so hopefully again Hood's gonna be able to carry us quite a bit with his special too. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so we got Archangel with 2 special too, which is pretty great. Gives us a good opening here. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about invisibility, having a good chance to miss that stuff. This should actually time pretty well, the stun there. Oh, that's so perfect. Alright, let's try that again. It's a little bit too slow, the animation there. I thought it was going to be enough to kind of cover us to the next stun, but unfortunately it wasn't. Alright, let's fire that off. Should push him to a special 2 as well. Oh, damn. Right, that's so perfect. Ah, sorry about that, guys. We just had a bit of an inconvenience there. Right, let's do this. Let's finish it off. Amazing. It is in his invisibility mode. Okay, that was awesome. Just missed some attacks from the special one there. He's so close to being down. Man, this dude is so stacked. Is that going to be enough? Oh, I think there's going to be another special one. No, we got parry on it. Not too bad, not too bad. Right, so now we've just got Angela, the final boss herself. And let's have a quick look at the nodes. I think if I remember her special attacks right, they're very similar to Psylocke's. And I think, actually, the special 2 I don't think has a projectile on it. I think it's just a case of, like, outrange her special attacks, if I remember. So, she's Strike Back and Unblockable Special 1. I guess those are the only 2 things that we need to worry about, really. So let's try with Mordo initially. I think, like, Hood and Voodoo are probably better options, but Mordo's Special 2, I think that's going to put in quite a bit of work damage-wise, because that increases in terms of damage, the debuff component, based on the amount of buffs the opponent has. So yeah, we'll see how problematic she becomes, really. Okay, so wait for that strike down, and then oh yeah, we need to be very careful of the strike back there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. She does have the she does throw her weapon. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same as fighting Psylocke, but we need to be aware of the Special 2 range projectile push. Alright, so let's try and bait the Special 2 here. Ah, we got a little bit too close there. Incredibly unfortunate. I think Magic actually might be an MVP for this fight. Just because I think Hood and Voodoo rely a little bit on having, using some of their specials to get off a lot of damage, and specials are just going to be a little bit inconvenient during this fight. Actually, I think Gwenpool legit might be my best option right now, because I don't want to have to deal with too many special 2s. Right, let's use the stagger actually. I think that's doing quite a bit. If we can get Angela to like 40% this try, I'd be super happy. Oh, that stagger. Putting in some MVP points there. Right, just gotta wait for that slam down, and then you're good to go, really. Yeah, that stagger is doing a quite a bit for blocking all the regeneration and buff gain. I think it's just a case of, yeah, have her in the corner, just consistently bait the special 1, and just rinse her. And ideally try not to take full direct blocked hits. Oh, but that regeneration, it's a little bit too much, guys. 65 every second. Don't know how we're gonna out-damage this, but we'll give it a try. Hey, we staggered that regen. And this is probably a great example of why Angela probably won't be a great Alliance War defender. Just the special 1 is way, way too easy. Plus she doesn't have much going on for her, defensively speaking, now that regeneration is only scales off, you know, base health instead of modified health. Maybe if it was on modified, she might have been a bit of a ball ache. But still, not too bad, providing you have a few decent champions. Ah, that was close there. Oh, wow, that was a long fight, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Angela is down, using 3-star champions, not too bad, but if you're having a little bit of trouble on her, just take it slow. I wouldn't use any special attacks, or maybe a champion like Magic or Hawkeye that can control power. Or Dormammu, actually. If you've got Dormammu, he shouldn't be too bad either. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Master Mode Angela run today. Hope you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you did, feel free to leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.